office and you're telling me, um, all of a sudden you're gonna use this against me to defer me. I've been donating here for the longest
Are you
time.
trying to record me while we're talking?
You guys are violating my
Okay.
rights.
I'm gonna ask you to leave then. I've already told you why I called you in here is to verify your address, which is one of the questions on there. So I don't appreciate you trying to record me. When I'm trying to, you told me you had personal information. I'm trying to get it from you. That's why I brought you into a room separately to talk to you.
To
So-
kick me out.
No, not to kick you out, just to verify your address. That's
Homeless
all I'm
people
asking.
donate here. I'm
No,
homeless
homeless people
myself.
do not. We have to have a valid address.
Well, because I'm staying at a homeless shelter, that's why you guys are kicking me out?
Yes, because we can't. One of the criteria is you can't be with other people. We don't know what kind of diseases or anything they have.
I don't have no disease.
That's
This
not
is
you,
my,
it's the
my
people
12th,
around you.
this is my this is like my 12th donation. What are you talking about? Like I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
How long
Make it
have
make
you been
sense.
homeless?
I've been homeless for about 2.5 years, sleeping in my car, and then just recently, the Visalia Rescue Mission let me in,
Okay.
which is how I've been doing. It's how I make my money, to come in here and donate and get my money.
Okay. Well, one, I don't appreciate you recording me too. I'm gonna ask you to leave. I think our business here is done.
Well, because I'm logging in and you tell me come into the office. There's no reason to be kicking me out.
There is, because you disclosed information that said that you're homeless.
Homeless people come in here all the time and donate.
No, we asked you to verify your address by giving us piece
So
of
you're
mail.
saying my address is supposed to say Visalia Rescue Mission? Like
No.
it has to have that address?
No, it
That
has to
seems
have
to be the
a
issue.
home. You have to be in a home that you're not sharing with other people, that you could possibly get some other disease from them and bring it here.
That can easily be debunked because every time I donate blood and plasma here, you guys run my blood. You guys know that I'm healthy. You know that I don't do drugs. And all of a sudden today you want to reel me in this office where I'm logging in and say, I asked you earlier, are you here to kick me out? You said, no, I'm not here to kick you out. And what are you doing now? You're kicking me out of here.
No, I told you I want to verify some information. Some stuff you disclosed to me earlier in your last visit you were here. I'm trying to disclose to you now to figure out what's going on with you.
Because I was letting the staff know, hey, these every time I come in, they're always harassing me and trying to interrogate me in little rooms. And I let them know, I was like, hey, I guess the food that I'm eating, they're trying to find any little reason to disqualify me. So they're like, okay. So I'm reading the paper with them, and I think it's a whack excuse for you to kick me out. I'm healthy. I mean, I'm staying healthy. I work out, and you're kicking me out because I'm staying at a homeless shelter?
Yep. Just read over our frequently asked questions on our website. It'll give you the criteria of what you need to do to donate.
And you said earlier, we need to make sure your blood's not contaminated. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, and that you have a home address that you're living at. And you don't share other items with people. So
I
like
don't
towels, toilets, things like
we
that.
don't share. I have my own towels, and you might not know how the facilities ran.
I don't, but
I have my.
one of our FDA requirements is that you cannot live in a homeless shelter.
Yeah, but earlier you said we don't
Sorry.
know if you're.
That's all I'm going to tell you. I know you're trying to record me to tell me to say something
Well, 'cause what you're
inappropriate
doing-
or say something that's not right. That's why I'm going to lead you
I'm
to
just
the FDA.
I'm exercising my
No,
rights.
just
Right?
go ahead, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Go
But
ahead.
you're not letting me finish either.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
doing
I
that.
feel like I have been, and I've been talking to you ever since you started coming here. Even when all the opportunities started happening when you were here, I've been the person that's come to you and talked to you, right? And I'm the
Yeah,
person that's
but-
been kind of working through everything that's happened since you've been here.
Yeah, but you're doing it on purpose to try to get in the way of my
not.
money. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing it on purpose at all. It's a
Really?
volunteer program, and my job is to provide 100% pure protein. Whenever we
That's my blood.
manufacture
That's
it.
my blood type. My blood is clean. Like
Exactly.
How many times have I donated here? At least 13, 15 times, right?
Okay.
Has anything ever been wrong with my blood?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to.
Yes, you know it's true, though.
I'm not going to say anything because I know what you're doing. And you're not going to trap me in anything like that.
I'm not trying to trap you.
Okay.
You brought me in here.
I
You
did.
trapped me in your
I
office.
did entrap you in here. I told you I was going to bring you in because I want to follow up on some information you provided last time you were in here donating. You provided that information.
Homeless people donate here all the time. I'm homeless myself,
Okay.
but I'm healthy as heck.
Okay.
I don't share towels. I'm not
Okay.
exchanging blood with anybody.
Well, you disclosed to me that you are homeless, and that's one of the requirements. We cannot let you donate.
So you're saying Octa Pharma don't let homeless people donate? That's what you're saying?
I'm telling you, yes. Go look at the website, the frequently asked questions. It'll ask you about your address, what you need to provide. Your physical home address you cannot share with other people.
So the issues are one, the homeless, and two, you want the address to match Visalia Rescue Mission? Is that the
No.
issue?
If our Visalia Rescue Mission is one of the locations we do not take.
All right, that's fine. I'm just asking questions. So I'm not gonna. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. There's no need to dial 911, make a scene. I'm just exercising my all-American constitutional rights, you know, because I gotta ask questions too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, we're a business, but we don't allow you to record.
Well, I mean, you're violating my rights.
I'm not violating any rights. You came into my private business. You came into my private
You
business.
brought me in here.
Yeah, but you walked in physically on
But
your
what-
own
but
to
what
my
did I tell
private
you?
business, right?
But what
Your
did I tell
business.
you? I said, why are you bringing me in there? Are you trying to kick
And
me
I
out?
explained
And
you.
you said no.
I explained to you why I
Okay,
did
but
it.
what are you doing now? Kicking me out.
Because now you're giving me information that's forcing my hand to ask you to leave and not donate. You
Okay,
provided that
I just
information to me.
wanna know.
I'm verifying the information for you. And you
Alright.
told me you're homeless. So that's
Yeah.
one of the things that
Dude.
we, on the frequently asked questions of what your address is.
I've seen countless of homeless people donate all
That's
the time.
absolutely fine.
That's
But
why I
you
feel like
disclose
it's
the
a
information to me.
contradiction.
That's all I'm telling you. You disclose the
I just feel
information.
like you're standing at a contradiction.
I'm not. It's
You
not
know?
a contradiction.
There's hella homeless people. They donate here all the
Okay.
time. But you're saying all of a
Our
sudden.
business here is done today.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to tell you.
fine.
So I'm gonna ask you to leave.
I'm just defending myself. You know what I mean?
That's
So-
fine, but you can't record us. That's
Well, I
the
mean,
whole thing, and I asked you not to.
I gotta let the
And I asked
masses
you not
know.
to.
You know how people get treated.
It's a private
So-
business. It's
Well,
a
I
private
mean-
business. It's a volunteer program that you came in and volunteered for, and I'm asking you not to record.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm recording myself.
Okay, so go ahead and head out there. You can record
I
yourself
have the right
outside.
to let
Finish
people know.
recording.
I have the right to let people know how people are treated here in Octa Farm. That's it. Okay, it's not to make you look bad. But
I'm a
you brought me
pleasant
here.
person. I've dealt with
Me
you since
too,
you've been
me
here.
too, me
That's
too.
what I'm saying. We're done. Our business is done. Go ahead and grab your items,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
All right.
end
All right. What was your name again?
JR.
JR. All right, JR. You have a good day.
You too, sir. How you guys doing today? Good.
Alright, so see what I mean? So stuff like that, when law enforcement reaches out to people like these places here off the farm, I come here all the time to donate blood. And every time I would come in, or if I use a chair, they're like, you can't use that chair. Any little thing to try to kick me out, pretty much. But this is the place of business here. You know, and they know that they've been known that I was homeless. I even let the female staff members there know that I'm homeless, but it's just obvious and plain to see they're trying to look for any little reason to kick me out. It's that short fat guy. You guys heard his name. His name's JR. You know, he's just mad because I'm asking questions. Right when I came in, I'm logging in. And he tells me come into the office. I said, why do you want to reel me in there for? I said, you trying to kick me out? He said, no, I'm not going to kick you out. What did he do? He kicked me out. So it's just how I think it's a major contradiction on Octa Pharma's behalf, because see, now you know why they don't allow cameras in there, because of how staff members are. Some can be very racist. You know, some can be very racist, and a lot of them like to abuse their power. There was no reason to kick me out. I'm avoiding all the foods that he tells me to avoid, and it was obvious. Every time I would come, they would try to put the pressure on me or put me in a room to interrogate me. I was like, oh my God, bro, I'm just here to donate blood and do my behalf on donating plasma so I can make my money. You know, so I can get haircuts and stay clean. You know, yeah, I'm homeless. It's almost gonna be 3 years already. But that guy obviously had an issue with me being homeless. He's saying, you know, earlier he was saying that something about my blood. You don't know if you're exchanging blood with other homeless people. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, man, we don't, at the Visalia Rescue Mission where I'm staying at, we don't exchange blood with people that stay there, with other homeless people. And I just think it's a contradiction on Octa Pharma's behalf too, and their representatives, because with their employees, as you saw it, I've seen countless of homeless people come in. They come in all the time, homeless people. And as soon as I started recording, he goes, you recording me? Well, yeah, dude, you're about to kick me out. I literally just walked in. And his intent, and I told him why. I told him I don't want to go in that little room. I just want to finish my questionnaire. And he said, I told him, why are you bringing me in there for? Are you trying to kick me out or something? What's this about? No, he said, no, I'm not going to kick you out. You're going to donate. But he lied. You know, he's lying. Like this guy. So, you know, when things like this happen, none of it is coincidental. It's very much strategic, and it's a very much calculated plan of action, you know. People are reaching out to them, you know. You guys know what I'm going through, you know, with the law enforcement and all that. They're trying to shut all the doors. This guy, don't hire him. this guy, don't give him a job. He don't deserve to eat. He don't deserve to see his son. And yeah, we know that he goes to Octa Pharma to donate plasma, and shut that down too. You guys saw the excuse. The reason that he had was, it's inexcusable. I don't do drugs. I work out. I do a lot of cardio and conditioning. I stay active here and there with the sport of boxing. I love to spar, but as soon as he said, I'm gonna ask you to leave, and respectfully, I'm gonna leave, but I was asking questions because what he was saying can easily be debunked. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason. He's mad at me because the females, some of the females, not all of them, there's like 2 of them. I think one's named Crystal. Every time she'll pass by, she'll eavesdrop, she'll talk smack, making comments towards me. She goes, did you guys read our reviews? Oh my God, it's entertaining. It's ridiculous. And she's talking shit, but I don't say nothing. I just sit there with the needle in my arm. I keep pumping my plasma out so I can get my cheese and make my meal and dip. You guys saw that. And that's the type of treatments I get all the time, almost everywhere that I go. And he was mad and pissed off because, well, I'm putting it on blast so people can know how people are treated, and specifically to people of color, how we are oppressed, blacks and browns. Again, for JR to, first he said the address was an issue. It wasn't an issue. He comes around and asks me questions, and I always tell him when I sit down. Always harassing me. I'm like, hey, I'm just here to donate. I'm not here to answer any questions. He tries to dig and where you from or where you staying. Like it's none of your business. The only business here is to donate plasma, and that's it. But so as you see how he worked and operate as a representative for Octa Pharma, he's there to ask questions to try to disqualify you and kick you out. So, I don't get it. I don't know what that guy wanted to see. Just because I'm homeless, yeah. Well, I take care of myself. I gotta keep up with hygiene. I gotta keep getting haircuts because I gotta keep applying for jobs. Just because someone's homeless doesn't mean their physical reflection should reflect that. Oh, you're homeless, so you should look homeless. No, you gotta keep on keeping on. You gotta keep marching forward, and you gotta keep up because a lot of us homeless males, we're fathers, and we gotta keep up an image. We gotta stay clean, and we gotta work, and we gotta pay our bills, and we gotta the bills that we're behind on, and also pay our child support. So, as you guys saw the tactics. And I thought it was just ridiculous for him to be a coward and say, don't record me. Well, I got the camera pointed at me. I've had enough. There was a time where there was some white guy, his name's Bryce. He was talking to me. I left a review and they deleted it, I believe. He was being really mean. You can tell, when a white person just approaches you and their tone of voice, and it's not just that. A clear indication is when their white skin turns red as hell. And every time I'd use a chair, I stopped using the chair because of him. He said someone can pass by and trip over the chair. I was like, what? God, this guy, it was constant harassment in there. Constant interrogations, and it's like, dude, I'm just here to donate plasma, dude. All this is unnecessary. So, anywho, I'll try to find some other spot, try to donate, and if other places don't let me donate, I'm gonna try to find because every day I'm out here searching for jobs. I gotta find something to work so I can make income. I need money. And this is precisely what law enforcement does. They reach out to people and they try to put that Harry Potter cloak, where just don't bring us up. We're just do this, and do that to him to try to get him out of there. Just so I won't make my $100 or my $80 or my $60 when I donate. So, anywho, my plan of action for today was to go out and go today, donate, and then go protest. So I got my sign. I still got to go protest, you know, silent protest as I hold my signs up against that supervised visitation facility here in Visalia. And, you know, non-hostile, of course. I'm not going to be burning nothing down.
Wait.
I'm not going to be attacking anybody. But as you guys saw, these are the challenges and hurdles that I'm facing that I share with you guys here on my YouTube channel. This is what I'm facing every single day. You know, you never know what tomorrow may bring. I may go to the homeless shelter today, and it's not to poop on Visalia Rescue Mission, because that facility, you know, ups and downs, smiles and frowns, but nonetheless, Visalia Rescue Mission, it's a good facility. You know, homeless people go in there, they give us showers, free food, and most of all, I like this Visalia Rescue Mission, this homeless shelter, because they're the best in all of the Tulare County region. I can tell you that right now without a shadow of a doubt, because I remember I was staying at the Porterville homeless shelter, and the staff members, and they be spitting in my food. I left a review on them too. I said, man, I can't eat. There was days where I'd have to starve. I wouldn't eat, and I'd be begging the welfare office for an EBT card so I can eat, because I need to eat. The human body can go out without food for, I think, a week, 2 weeks, but the human body needs water, because without H2O, the human body will shut down. Your organs shut down. You know, the whole science behind that. But anywho, guys, yeah, you know, a lot of doors are being shut down on me, whether it's go work somewhere, hey, fire that guy, get him out of here. Well, because the chief of police in this police department, and the chief of police in this police department, and this sheriff at this Tulare County Sheriff headquarters, we don't want him working, you know, and that's a violation of my all-American constitutional rights. I have the right to the pursuit of happiness. I have the right to equal employment, you know, and this is exactly how blacks and browns are treated in this country. What a shame. But you know, we gotta remain positive, proactive and active, and keep moving forward. You know, when someone tells you to leave, it sucks. You know, do so peacefully, respectfully, and humbly, but at the same time, you have the right to ask questions. You know, because that guy knew he was wrong, man. He disqualified. I bet that was like, today was gonna be like my 15th or 14th donation, and he tried to use the whole blood contamination excuse. But every time I would donate blood, my blood's clean, man. Like I said, I don't do drugs. I stay active. I work out. You know, shame on JR. You know, and he was lying. He was lying straight through his teeth. He goes, well, we don't let homeless people. I'm like, yes, you do. Ever since I've been doing, I've seen countless of homeless people. Hell, homeless people from the Visalia Rescue Mission that I see there. They donate there too. And but he was lying, and he was denying it. So that's a lie right there. Yeah. You know, this is how the American beast works and operates. You know, a lot of fathers, they just snap and give up. But, you know, I can't do that. It's not how I'm built. Yeah, I'm a strong dude. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I bring to the dinner table. But, you know, I'm a firm believer that there's a higher power, you know, and he's always watching. He sees everything. When you try to abuse your power, when you try to accuse someone of something, or when you try to make someone's life a living hell, when you can clearly see an indication with your very own eyes, because perception is very real. From what you see is that, hey, this guy's working hard, he's trying to get back on his feet, and left and right, y'all trying to shut doors on this guy, on this father. It's not okay. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get going. This is Pignorance 559, Brown Pride, Black Power. I love you guys. Stay strong.